November is almost here. And what is making me super excited for this month is the episodes from You and Idol Precure because we already have the titles and it seems it is going to be a super exciting month. Hello everyone, it's Leo. In this video, we here at Magical Cinnamon are going to check out the episode titles for November for You and Idol Precure. This seems to be a very important month because it's going to be focused on character-driven episodes. At least that's what it seems like based on the titles. Before we go on, don't forget to leave a like, a thumbs up on this video. Are you excited for November? What are you expecting to see in this month? Please leave in the comments. And if you're not subscribed and you like Precure, you like checking out Precure News, do not forget to hit that subscribe button as well. And if you'd like to support the channel even more, you can become a magical girl and join as a member. Thank you. And so we're starting with something bad, kind of a bummer, which is even though November is going to have 5 Sundays, which is when Precure airs in Japan, we're only going to have 4 episodes because this first Sunday of November is not going to have an episode. We're having a break. Every year, there's a sports event that airs on Japanese television, so they do not air Precure on that specific day. This break happens every single year, so it was already something to be expected. So let's check out the episode titles, and then we're going to talk a little bit about each of them. Let's dissect what they say. Even though we do not have summaries, we're going to go more for kind of a theory area, but I love discussing those kind of things. So the first episode of the month is episode 39, which is called Spin Sunda. And then we have episode 40. We already had the title for 39 before, so we already knew what that episode was going to be about, kinda. And we also have now the episodes 40, 41, and 42. Episode 40 is called Please Listen, the rainbow-colored melody, or 7-colored melody. I'm going to go deeper into the name of the episode a little later. We also have episode 41, which is called, this title is a little, I think it can be read in different ways. It is, I will protect the kyun-kyun of my heart, or I will protect my heart that goes kyun-kyun. And episode 42, which is the last episode of the month, is called Connect. No, not that one. Connect, an echo from you. So now let's dissect what each episode has to offer to us. Episode 39 is called Spin Sunda, or Spin Sunda Senpai. Spin Sunda is the official English name of this episode based on the Crunchyroll subtitles. Sunda is senpai from Kokoro, and he loves to dance. He has already appeared in a few episodes. He wanted to recruit Kokoro for the dance club. And what is important about this episode is that Dancing Star Precure is going to appear in this episode. How cool is this? Dancing Star Precure is doing its anime debut. This is really, really incredible. If you don't know what Dancing Star Precure is, Dancing Star Precure is the first all-male Precure team, and their story is told through a play. So we already had Dancing Star Precure, Dancing Star Precure 2, and now we're going to have Dancing Star Precure 3, which is the last play on their storyline, which is telling the story of this specific Precure team that is based on dance styles. How cool is this? So finally, they are appearing for the first time in an anime, and I'm very excited to see them. They are going to be guests in episode 39. Already love the preview images. I think they look amazing animated. But this episode, and we also have Padudu, which is the mascot or the fairy from the Dancing Star Precure team. But the episode is kind of going to be about Sunda Senpai. He's going to be having some troubles. He's going to be having some drama. And I'm excited to check this out. Episode 40 is an episode that is called Kite Kudasai, which is Please Listen. And the rest of it is Nanairo no Senritsu. Nanairo usually means the colors of the rainbow. So it's either 7 colors, Nana, like literally it is 7 colors, but Nanairo is used to represent the colors of the rainbow, and Senritsu is a melody. So the melody of the colors of the rainbow, something like that, or rainbow colored melody, or 7 colored melody. But another thing that is important to notice about this episode title is the fact that it's called Nana Iro. And we already know that they love doing puns with Nana, the title or the name of the character, Nana. And I'm really believing this is going to be a Nana episode. And I'm sold already. I think all of the Nana episodes in You and Idol have been completely incredible. I love her episodes. I love every time there's focus on Nana, and I love her character. She's already become my favorite Blue Cure. I adore her. I think she is an incredible character, and I also love the fact that we're gonna have something related to Rainbow. I obviously thought of Titanic Rainbow Attack from Hirogaru Sky Precure, from my favorite Cure, Cure Butterfly, and Cure Wing, a little duet. But it's another interesting thing about this title is that it's related to a melody. And I really like how You and Idol has been working with Nana. She is the character that was supposed to be focusing on the piano, but I really like they're focusing on other aspects of her personality. But the piano kind of never really left her. She's always playing the piano as an idol, as like when she's performing solo. We saw that she uses the piano as well to help her deal with her feelings while she was dealing with Zakuri. And well, we have this rainbow colored melody. Is this a new melody that she is composing, or is this a melody that she's playing? What is it going to be about? I don't know, and I'm curious. I just really, really love how they've been working with her character. I think it's really incredible, and I'm just excited for the next step on Nana's character. And okay, I'll leave the other discussion I want to make about character-driven episodes to the end of the video. Now let's talk about episode 41, which is an episode that is called Kokoro kyun kyun mamorimasu. Kokoro kyun kyun shitemasu is Kokoro's catchphrase. And so it's a little different. They just changed a little bit. And her catchphrase is, my heart is going kyun kyun. And now it is, I'll protect the kyun kyun of my heart. I'll protect my heart that goes kyun kyun, you know? And so this is clearly an episode related to Kokoro. And I feel like we're going back to, I don't know what we're doing in this episode, obviously, but what really got me in this title is that it made me remember Kokoro at the start of the show when she wasn't very honest about her feelings or what she really wanted to do. And she used to dance her feelings. And she didn't really deal with them. And now, after she joined Idol Precure, she is able to deal with her feelings. We've seen that across the show with her dad and with the Mother's Day, with her birthday. Lots of instances in which we see lots of moments of Kokoro dealing with her own feelings. And this is something that she learned to do in the show. And I feel like this is an episode that we might see more of that. And I really like it because, again, another character that is really, really incredible. Kokoro is a dear, dear character to me already as well. I really, really like her. I think she is like really superb when it comes to character, when it comes to development. I really, really enjoy Kokoro's character. And the last episode of the month is called Connect. Kimi kara no echo. Kimi kara no echo, or an echo to you, an echo from you, sorry, is the title of Kaito's song in You and Idol Precure. Kaito, we have certain loose ends on Kaito's character. We have 2 loose ends on Kaito's character. One of them is his feelings and how he is still dealing with whatever happened between him and his past friend Kazuma and their breakout. And also the fact that Kaito noticed that Cure Idol is Uta. Those 2 things are introduced in episode 37, but they're not really dealt with so far. So now we're going to have a conclusion to those things. And I feel like this might be the moment. A moment for Kaito to deal with his story with Kazuma, and also to deal with the fact that Cure Idol is Uta. How is he going to deal with that? We don't know. And the show is probably going to answer us in episode 42. This, I believe, is Kaito's closure. And another important thing to remember about the word echo, which is closely related to Kaito, is that Cure Idol uses this word on her power-up attack, or the new version of her attack. Her solo attack is Precure Idol Smiling, and in the power-up version with the Idol Heart Ribbon style is Precure Idol Smiling Echo. So she also added this word to her attack. We all know that Uta has certain feelings towards Kaito. We don't really know how this is going to develop in the show. I mean, the feelings themselves are already developed, but we don't really know if she's going to confess or if it's going to be a one-time thing, a crush that she's going to eventually grow out of. We don't really know. But it's important to mention that echo, the word echo, is also related to Uta now because she added it to her attack. And now I want to discuss something. The show still has November, December, and January for it to end its story. It is going to end with 49 episodes. After 42, we're only going to have 2 more months. And I feel like with both episodes 40 and 41, we're going to start closing the character storylines in the show. Precure sometimes, not always, but sometimes Precure does this. I say sometimes because there are certain seasons that are not really solo character focused. For example, Wonderful Precure didn't really have an episode to close each of the characters' storylines, and because it didn't need to. And in here, it might. It seems this is going to be Nana's last episode. It seems that this is going to be Kokoro's last episode as well. We don't know. And also Kaito's last episode, which is not really that important when it comes to the characters of the show. But he is clearly the side character that matters a little bit because of Kazuma as well. Kazuma is a villain, and which is Jogi now. And we have 2 villains in the show right now, which are Kazuma and Chokirine. Chokirine, as we've discussed before, is probably a fairy from Kiraki Land. In the Halloween episode, she saw that both Cuddy and Zakuri are now living a happy life here on Earth with their human forms. They're not engulfed in darkness any longer. She is the only one left. So what is this going to make of her? One interesting thing for us to think about is that Cuddy was saved by Cure Idol and Zakuri was saved by Cure Wink. What about Cure Kyun Kyun? Cure Kyun Kyun didn't really save any of the villains, but now might be her turn. Maybe in her episode, she might save Chokirine. And Chokirine might not be a villain any longer. We don't really know, right? And if in episode 42, we have a closure on Kazuma's / Jogi's storyline, and he is not engulfed in darkness anymore because of what happened between him and Kaito, and if they make up and if they're friends again, this might happen to him. From episode 43 onwards, we might have the big baddie, the big boss of the season showing up and acting by herself, who is none other than Dark Ine. We know very, very little about her, and I feel like after episode 42, we might have that as well. Apart from that, if we close the storylines of Nana and Kokoro in episodes 40 and 41, that leaves us with Purirun, Merodon, and Uta. I feel like Uta's storyline is kind of going to be closed together with the idol story, but not only Uta, also Purirun and Merodon, because both of them, we don't really know how their storylines are going to be closed, because the big drama with Merodon and her feelings for Purirun and the fact that she couldn't be with Purirun because of what she sacrificed has gone away already. They do not need another they do not need to surpass anything any longer. The miracle that can bring them together already happened, and so they can be together. And Merodon has also learned that she can be a beacon of light, not only darkness as she thought that she had to be. She can be a beacon of light as well. So this is something that I believe, at least, is going to count for Merodon's character. There is no other need for a closure when it comes to their storylines. We just don't know if they're going to go back to Kiraki Land or if they're going to stay on Earth in Hanamichi Town. We don't really know if they're going to continue with their idol activities after the story is over. So this is another thing that we can discuss, we can think about. And Purirun and Merodon, we do not know their destinies. And I feel like this also might come into play. An eventful goodbye could be very sad for both, like for the 3 and the 2. You know, the Idol Precure and Zukun Kiss. If Zukun Kiss depart, the Idol Precure are definitely going to be very sad. So those things are things that we still need to deal with in the show. We also still need to deal with the whole Dark Ine storyline, which isn't something big. I mean, we just need to know her story, why she did what she did. We also need to know how she got Kazuma, because we already saw how she got both Kari and Zakuri. Her origins, I'm also very curious about that. And another thing that I'm curious is to see if the girls are going to continue using the baton. I believe that they're going to do a mix between the baton and Cure Idol's power up. They're going to switch between both of them. And I feel like this is a nice touch because unfortunately the baton only has one song, so we can mix things up a little bit. And I feel like this might be something that they're going to do. They're going to use the baton a couple times, and they're going to use Cure Idol's power a couple times as well. Solo Cure Idol a couple times. For example, in Kaito's episode, I believe it might be Cure Idol who will defeat the Dark Randa. In Nana's and Kokoro's episode, maybe it's the baton attack, the group attack. So I don't know, just, obviously going on a tangent here, not related to the titles, but related to the episodes as well. I don't know if we are going to get summaries next week, but I believe it's going to be the week after. And whenever we have the summaries, I'm going to do another video to update you on details on those episodes. We don't really know what's going to happen based on the titles, but I always like to, go a little further and discuss the things that I believe might happen. And those are the things that I believe might happen in, I don't really know. I haven't really said what I believe might happen, but I believe those are the closures for Nana, Kokoro, and Kaito. And we don't really know if we're going to have a closure for Purirun and Merodon, but I believe Uta's closure is going to be with the story, with Purirun and Merodon the same, because we don't know their destinies. So are they going to stay in Kiraki Land? They're going to go back to Kiraki Land, or are they going to stay in Hanamichi Town? This is also going to be, I don't know, it's probably not going to be a theme of a whole episode, but maybe a theme of a final battle of the last episode, because the last episode usually right now, nowadays, doesn't feature a battle any longer. I mean, in Hirogaru it did, so it's not set in stone. We don't really know how things are going to go, but I'm curious. I'm also curious to see if we're going to have the final destiny of the villains this month as well. I believe Chokirine might be purified in Kokoro's episode because she hasn't purified anybody. And in Kaito's episode might be Jogi's last stand as well. I'm curious and excited for November. You guys know how much I love you and Idol, and this season, girl, is everything to me. Anyways, babies, this is it for now. I want to take this little time to thank the members of the Magical Cinnamon channel. If you're a member, thank you very, very much for your support here on YouTube, on Patreon, on Throne, and everywhere else. Thank you very, very much. And a special thank you to the Magical Cinnamon production team for this content. Anyways, babies, this is it for now. Thank you, and until next time, bye-bye.